Well, looks like the filthy homosexuals did not show up to buy the latest Sweet Baby game after all. Because every single time one of these developers pander to these weirdos, they do not turn out. They didn't buy Concord. They were not going to buy Assassin's Creed Shadows before that got delayed. They didn't buy Flintlock The Siege of Dawn. They didn't buy Dustborn either, and they didn't buy Unknown 9 Awakening. I've talked about this game before. Yet another game with a beautiful model behind the character, but the character itself is pretty ugly, very ugly. The woman is beautiful, but what do these developers do? They ruin the model after they record the face scan, and then they go out of their way to do extra work to ruin the model. That's how retarded the gaming industry is nowadays. And who would have thought the game is not selling well and player numbers are declining? And we have an article here from That Park Place, and it says, Sweet Baby Inc. developed Unknown 9 Awakening sees peak player count decline by over 40% in first week. I'm not surprised. Even the little people that did buy it was less than 300 players, by the way. Active players, maybe not so much the exact copies that were sold, but I'm not surprised there's a huge decline because a lot of reviews that I saw on Steam were talking about how buggy and broken the game is. The game doesn't even work properly. So not only do you have a hideous protagonist that already turned people away, and on top of that, you working with Sweet Baby Inc., which is the ultimate red flag for gamers, the game don't even work properly. Unbelievable. This industry has no talent. But let's continue reading the article. Reflector Entertainment and Bandai Namco's Unknown 9 Awakening, which was developed by Sweet Baby Inc., has already seen its peak player count decline by over 40% in just its first week on Steam. The game hit an all-time peak concurrent player count of 285 on Friday, October 18th, but has seen that number consistently drop throughout the week. In the past 24 hours, the peak concurrent player count is only 166. That is a decline of 41.7%. And you guys can see the Steam chart here, a huge decline. I don't know why only 41.7%. What is the appeal of this weird, terrible, ugly looking game? Boring, generic desert environment. Well, India is just full of deserts and that's where the game takes place. But you could even make India interesting looking. You couldn't add any cool mythology. There was some magic and stuff like that in the launch trailer. The launch trailer didn't have any game, by the way, any gameplay. Not sure why you would do that for a launch trailer. That's bizarre to me. But these idiots in this industry don't know how to market their games anymore. They think cinematics is more interesting than gameplay. But whatever, let's continue reading. These numbers look even worse after a number of the reviews for the game on Steam indicated they received the game for free upon purchase of select AMD Ryzen processor, AMD Radeon RX series graphics card, or AMD configured systems. That's why I want to know what the real actual buyer count is. If you have to give your game away for free, that pretty much proves that nobody's interested in your fucking garbage and you know you made a failure, which begs the question, why even do it? It's just, these people are brain dead. That's never ever a good sign if you have to partner with another company to give your game away for free. This shit is fucking embarrassing. Get the fuck out of the gaming industry. You have no talent and everyone knows it. But let's continue reading. Dozens of individuals who reviewed the game revealed they got it for free. One wrote, "Thank you AMD for bringing PS2 graphics in the PC gaming community in 2024. For inexplicable reasons, the game still runs at 30 FPS at native 4K resolution despite using your truly 7800X 3D and RX 7980X. Now if you excuse me, I need to return to Imperium as I have yet to kill enough of those abhorrent Xenos for the Emperor." And that's obviously a Space Marine reference because that game is 1000% better. Space Marine 2 is one of the biggest games of the year, and everyone should rather play Space Marine 2 rather than play Unknown 9. But I am confused on why somebody would play a game at 4K, because 1440p looks virtually the same as 4K. There's not a big difference. It's not worth the huge loss in frame rate. 1440p is the sweet spot, so that's weird to me. But whatever, your preference. And the fact that it only runs at 30 when it should run at 6 when at 4K. But like I said, these people are retarded or untalented. They don't know what they're doing. They are not qualified for the job. They are diversity hires and untalented women. But let's continue. Another posted, "I got this game for free and that's a good thing. Developers need to understand that every game in this day and age need to have at least a somewhat good combat system, not make a dodge attack shit show like this is. I have at least a bit of hope ignoring everybody that was telling me that it wasn't looking good and went into the game ready to be surprised, but here we are. Everything is so stiff and unnatural, it's impressive they managed to fuck up that badly. The premise for the story story is actually somewhat interesting, but it was delivered so poorly it just felt very empty. All in all, just play anything, he added. Whoa, that's your fucking fault for even bothering with this when so many people were warning you about it. When the launch trailer doesn't show any fucking gameplay, that should be an ultimate red flag. Not even just Sweet Baby, not even just the ugly protagonist of the game. That alone is like, why are you not showing the gameplay when this is your final trailer for the game? Because they know the gameplay is horrible. So you're just a completely retarded dumb fuck for even buying the game after people already warned you. So I have no sympathy for stupid people who buy stupid shit, but let's continue. The game's poor sales is another catastrophe for both Reflector Entertainment and Bandai Namco, given the two were attempting to launch an ever-expanding landscape with the game, whatever that means. On Bandai Namco's website, the company explains it's designed to expand across different entertainment mediums with every new story you consume. The more journeys you follow, the more connections you spot, and the clearer the larger, broader narrative becomes. They were planning to do like a fucking movie on top of this garbage? At least the movie will look way better because the actress is actually attractive. That doesn't make the whole premise good by default. Maybe the article say it will just continue. It adds, think of it as multiple stories that come together to form one big adventure. A storytelling approach that unfolds a single narrative across multiple platforms, each one contributing uniquely to the overall experience. In fact, on top of Unknown 9 Awakening, Bandai Namco and Reflector Entertainment funding the Unknown 9 Out of Sight podcast, the Unknown 9 The Genesis Trilogy novels, and the comic book series Unknown 9 Torment. These people really thought this is going to be a big new IP. They thought this is going to be the brand new IP that expands everywhere. When this game was a failure, it was dead on arrival from the beginning. And these fucking brain dead idiot companies, not knowing that their game sucks, they already wasted their time planning a fucking podcast. What is that going to be about? Is that like the actors behind the game, the voice actors just talking about the game? Or is that like in game, like the characters are talking and it's like a podcast? That could be a cool idea if only you had good characters in the first place, but you don't, because your game fucking sucks and you have this hideous fucking protagonist. Why the fuck would I want to look at her throughout the whole podcast? You were doing too much too fast, not knowing if this game was even gonna work or not, and you got fucked for it. And that's it for basically the article. It keeps going on. It just talks about how Sweet Baby Inc. is ruining the industry. This is yet another game that has been destroyed by this company. This developer might get shut down. Bandai Namco don't need this. I don't even know why they bought the company in the first place. They thought this was gonna be a massive IP, which how do you even predict something like that? Just put out the game first and then you do these other weird other entertainment spin-offs and sequels and podcasts, which is random, but put out the game first. But at the same time, you didn't notice the obvious red flags, as all of these CEOs are out of touch with what gamers actually want. They think gamers want this ugly ass game and this broken game. You didn't even see if the developers had the talent to make sure the game actually fucking worked. You didn't hire people who have a proven track record of working in this industry and working on action games, because that's what this is. You just hired a bunch of fucking idiots and they ruined your whole plan to have this multi-cinematic universe for this ugly character. You're fucking stupid. This whole industry is stupid. That's why I don't play AAA games. I play indie games. Independent games actually focus on gameplay. They don't go out of their way to try and work with consultancy firms and make hideous characters. This industry is beyond fucking brain dead and beyond out of touch. So I'm not surprised at all that Unknown 9 Awakening failed. And I don't want to keep repeating myself. I don't have much else to say. So Unknown 9 Awakening and Sweet Baby Inc. go fuck yourself.